Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at one of the most anticipated sets from 2023. We've got Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe's Talladega Nights throwback paint schemes with Old Spice and Wonderbread. So always take a look at the box. They both just have the generic 75th anniversary box you've seen many times before. 2023 NASCAR Cup Series, Lionel Racing, NASCAR 75th anniversary. This is the Wonderbread box. There you got the render of the car. They made a total of 936 of the Wonderbread and 828 of the Old Spice. Got the same stuff all around, and you of course have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Let's just hop right into it. Here we have Ryan Preece, and here we have Chase Briscoe. See if I can fit everything in here. Had to fit a whole loaf of bread in the background. Which barely does even fit. Oh well. As you can see here, we have the paint schemes back for the shake and bake of Talladega Nights. This is such a wild ride last year. Ryan Preece's Wonderbread car got leaked by a display inside of a supermarket. It was a Wonderbread display that just had like photo of Ryan Preece's car and like catch Ryan Preece in the Wonderbread car. And everyone's like, wait, what? Is that the Talladega Nights paint scheme on the world? So that was kind of fun. And then it got even funner when a couple days later, somebody posted a photo from the Stewart-Haas Racing shop. It was in the very back of the shop. Somebody's like, there's some sort of red and blue like new paint scheme for Chase Briscoe back there. And then a couple people, you could see like the very front end of the car, like this piece. I think it was the other side, but it was like this piece. And somebody's like, wait a minute. Red with that blue stripe on the front, that looks familiar. And then somebody was like, wait, that looks like the Old Spice car. Like, there's no way they got both of the cars, did they? And then a couple days later, boom, here we go. Both of the cars, both the original sponsors, everyone played ball. And these cars work pretty well in the next-gen bodies. I think they could have like maybe just pushed some of the stuff a little bit forward, especially on the Wonderbread car, just to fill in a little bit of the space. But they did a pretty good job of these cars. They're still super iconic. I remember this was something along the lines of like somebody started first. Like there was one of the companies was like, I think maybe it was Wonderbread, that like they got the car and they were like, oh, we could do Talladega Nights paint scheme. And then they did it. And then like somebody had the idea, let's ask if Old Spice will pop back in for a race. And they did. Definitely cool cars from the team that who knows if they're still going to be around shortly. Why don't we just hop right into it? Got a course start with Ricky Bobby, because if you ain't first, you're last. And here we have Ryan Preece's Ricky Bobby Wonderbread car. They did kind of screw it up a little bit, as I thought they would. Like I said in the video for the Budweiser Kevin Harvick, I was like, they updated the side skirt. I'm sure they're going to ruin that by not updating the Talladega Nights side skirts. And yep, here we are. Black side skirts. Both of them were painted with the car. This one had a white side skirt with the blue flame went down onto it. That one had the blue around the bottom. I knew they were going to do that. So everyone pointed it out to Lionel back when these first ran. Then when the prototypes came out, and Lionel never said anything. So I knew they weren't going to update that, but whatever. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Wonderbread. Got Ford Mustang, number 41, and Stewart-Haas Racing. Down the side, you have Wonderbread again. Got United Rentals and the International Union of Operating Engineers. Front of the rear wheel, you got Morton Building, Sony Mobile ES, Autodesk, Haas, Mohawk, SEM. On the C post, you have RaceChoice.com and Gear Wrench. And on the B post, you have Ford, Mobile One, Hump Brothers Pizza, and Rush Truck Center. So even though they moved to Penske this year with Joey Logano, I'm really surprised that Hump Brothers Pizza didn't even just like pop into one single race for Ryan Preece this year. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to and Tony was mad at them, so they said no. I don't know. Has the NASCAR 75th anniversary logo and NASCAR Cup Series. These were run in the fall Talladega race last season, if I didn't say that already. Got Wonderbread again on the back, Mobile One, number 41, and the Ford Michigan license plate. And got Wonderbread on the deck lid and roof. This is number 298. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. So you got powered by Ford, Mobile One, Haas, and Wix filters. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. But now let's hop forward to Cale Naughton Jr.'s Old Spice machine. cool to get Old Spice back in the sport again, because like Old Spice was a real sponsor for a lot of years for Tony and everything else, and then they just kind of disappeared. Wonderbread just keeps popping in for random one-offs, like they did that random Kurt Busch one-off in 2013, and now here they are again in 2023. So I guess in 2033, Wonderbread will pop back in again. I don't know. It's really cool to get these paint schemes back. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Old Spice with the boat. Got Ford Mustang number 14 and Stuart Haas Racing. Down the side, you have Old Spice. Got Rush Truck Centers, MVP. Front of the rear, you got Ford Performance Racing School, Mahindra Tractors, and HighPoint.com. On the C post, you have Gear Wrench and Rinnai. And on the B post, you have Ford, Haas, Code 3 Associates, Mobil 1, and Rush Truck Center. Chase Briscoe's name with the flag right there. Same 75th anniversary logo. Same gunmetal rims. I'm just noticing something. The Wonderbread car's missing the, like... It doesn't have that little, like, window thing. That little, like, window thing on the edge of the window where the rear window goes. The Lionel, as you can see on this car, never lines up correctly. That's interesting. Anyways, on the back, you have Old Spice. Got the Ford Michigan license plate. Mobil 1, number 14, and Old Spice. Got Old Spice again on the deck lid and the roof. This is number 492. Got the same stuff down the other side again. Take a look under the hood. So you got Power by Ford, Mobil 1, Haas, and Wix filters. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inside of the car if you want to see that. Said, just a really, really cool set. This was just such a nice surprise last year. They are making a 164 scale 2-pack, so if you want to get these both in the same set. They didn't make a 124 scale set for some reason, but made a 164 scale set. Worth pointing out, these do have the bigger Super Speedway spoilers on them too, so that's a nice detail. That just was really cool to get these cars back again, especially in the same race. Like, there was a couple times where they were running together up front. I know Ryan Preece led a decent amount of laps. I believe he was getting pushed by Joey Logano, and they were making a bunch of comments. They did a bunch of cool stuff with this. Like, they recreated some of the sponsorship commercials, if you remember, back from the Talladega Nights movie, but they did it with their current sponsors. That was really fun. Like, there was a really, like, he had, like, an insane, like, crazy-sounding, like, Mahindra Tractors ad. Like, if you haven't seen those, go look those up on YouTube. They were just hilarious. They had so much fun with this. So this is one of the most fun things any team, any sponsor's done in a long time in NASCAR. I was sure we weren't going to be able to get these diecast. Because back when they, Kurt Busch ran his Me car at Talladega in 2012? Lionel, like, or was that even Lionel at the time? But whatever, they couldn't offer the car. They said, like, I guess the car was, like, licensed, the paint scheme was licensed, so they couldn't even make the diecast of, like, the throwback paint scheme for some reason. So I was worried that these were going to have that same issue. Luckily, they were able to get them made, and maybe it was something along the lines of because they're, like, the next gens, they're slightly altered, so they're not the same, so that's how they loopholed their way out of it. I don't know. Maybe the, like, trademark or whatever ran up. I don't know. But luckily, we do have these in front of us. They both been MLQ and everything. I was even a little concerned about MLQ on these at the time because, like I said, stress racing's been kind of, you know, not great the last couple years. They might not even be around anymore shortly. And said a lot of Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe cars have been DNPing lately, so luckily these got made. And they said with the 800 and 900 made, they got way past MLQ, so that's nice. If you want these cars, they are brand new releases. You can get them right now. Do not wait. If you wait, it's not going to end well because these are going to get rare very fast. These are super popular, and these are going to disappear with the quickness. So, I said, I've always wanted to get the original diecast for both these cars, but the Wonderbread car goes for like $300. The Old Spice car goes for like $100, $150. So, they're not easy cars to get. None of the Talladega Nights cars are. For a while, that like Laughing Clown malt liquor car, that one laid around for a while, but that one's even hard to get now. They should have found a way to run that too. That would have been hilarious. Like, get all the cars up involved in that. Get Kevin Harvick with like Busch Beer running the Laughing Clown malt liquor car or something. That would have been fun. I don't know. Anyways, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Let's go check it out if you want anything. But in this range, all there is to say, this has been a review of Chase Briscoe and Ryan Preece's Wonderbread and Old Spice Talladega Nights paint schemes. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.